Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities Skylines, the 1 hour a day build in our city of Lifstra, with me, your host and insane mayor, Zerberus. We are now expanding into the area that we kind of said would be our main city. We're going to redo train lines and things like that, but for the time being we'll leave it. Oh, wait a sec, I just noticed something. We can actually... Yeah, that will work. We can actually hook this up to our public transport network, I think, because all of this still really uses the same lines. Yeah, so we can totally... That's awesome. That's great. So, let me just get a sip, and we'll get to it. We're almost halfway to our 500,000 goal as well, I'm just noticing. So, exactly, the train line. The train line can go, because we are just going to make that a single looping line in both directions. We will, however, start it at Central Station. And I think we'll actually make that line come in on this track. That should work. So, create a new line, go all the way over to here. Stop, 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 stop. And, where is it? Stop. And then we want to do the same thing in the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. There. 5. So now 1 should be clockwise. So ring clockwise. And then 2 is then ring counterclockwise, and we'll just let those run. And that also gives us access to a metro station here, which is inevitably going to be useful as well. The only thing that concerns me is having the train station directly on the main road. And what I'm actually considering, since this is tourist, and this is going to be residential, we're actually going to unzone this area in here. No, not the entire area. Maybe the idea I had wasn't so good after all. I was kind of thinking of like maybe dropping like an amusement park in here. Well, you know what? We could actually just use this space here and just do exactly that. So, and of course we can let the game run. Because we're not currently getting any demand, although we're getting complaints about not enough workers, so that is basically worker demand, so to speak. So we don't have to be too surprised if residential demand goes up and gets a bit nuts. Exactly, we'll cut that off there. And here we'll put the amusement park main gate. What we'll do, we'll add some parking right across from it. Parking. That's there. What time is it? Okay, yeah. So just end an hour from now, problem solved. I would actually like a reasonably large parking road over here. Yeah, that size looks like what we're looking for. Excellent. A large additional parking lot. So where are our markings? That's right. That's what has to go next. Because I mean this would have been just too much, I think. Although maybe not. Just take like that is almost too much, yeah, but we can rotate the whole thing just a hair. And reposition it a little bit so that it just closes that up. Excellent. I mean, this is also going to be a reasonably large amusement park, so I mean, we may even, you know what, we're going to relocate that waste transfer facility over to here, and we're actually going to take this zoning as well. All of this is going to be our amusement park. So now we need markings for the spaces. Maybe not quite that wide. Excellent. Wonderful. And that just fit in like a charm, didn't it? Exactly where our handicapped space is. Handicapped over there, electric over here. And just another 3 spaces each in here. Because I don't expect the parking here to actually only be used by the amusement park. I actually expect the commercial zone in general to use this. Call it a hunch. looks better. It's still a wee bit janky. What is... Yeah, so we'll just draw it in a third time. That's what the problem was. What? Quit resetting. There. Still not ideal, but it works. That's it. Now this has to be moved up a little bit. So. Oh yeah, Control A, not Shift A. Now, we need a massive fence. First off. Massive fence, massive fence, massive fence. Parks. Wow, nice that it allowed me to go all the way up there just in one shot. Oh, wait a sec, is that road even straight? No, it's not. I was about to say, something's very wrong here. And we'll come up to here then. So, and now we need prop and tree anarchy. Wow, it's still not letting us put that in. Kind of hoping to be able to just be able to hook those up to each other and be done with it. We'll see. A little hole in the fence is not going to ruin our day. connected up, right? Yeah. Okay. So now we've got it fenced off with the exception of this little chunk back here that just doesn't want to play ball. Okay. Just put like a tree or something out here. In fact, we'll do that right now. And then that's just hidden. Well, obviously that's not the brush we want. Nor did we want to put that tree right there. Don't think we actually need prop and tree anarchy for this. Yeah, just put a few trees in there, problem solved. It's kind of hilarious that this place... I was about to say, they have visitors, but no they don't. So, of course, we're going to jack the ticket prices up. Question is, where do we want the side gate to be? I guess we're going to want that over here. I'm going to say pretty much... let's actually put it in here, that height. Really? It won't... Oh, not... Yeah. Because we haven't extended the park area yet at all. Which is, of course, a fail. So just draw this in using the road as a guideline. Which is not to say that the entire road is basically actually the border of the park, so that's almost less of a guideline than it is just, it's where the fence is. And a few yards extra. There. Now we can get that side gate in. If we select the right menu. And I think we'll also want... we won't want a side gate over here or on the other side. We'll just leave these two gates. University is still doing fine. That was to be expected. I don't like having that park overlay over top just because of the way it really kind of screws with your it makes it hard to see. Those are the words I was looking for. But right next to the restrooms, we'll actually have a circle of game stalls.
The wait is over. It's finally here. Friday night chili bowling at Andy's Bowling Alley. Every Friday night, anyone who buys a
Kind of a circle of game stalls.
free bowl of chili. So don't wait. Book a lane now. Due to recent incidents, the chili will only be distributed at the end of your visit. That way you can enjoy it wherever you want. In a park, at home, or on a construction site. In the meantime, you'll have all the fun that bowling can provide. So come on back and be reminded that you're not actually that good at bowling.
No.
Lights, camera, movie. There's nothing like watching a movie to take you to another place or time. And there's no better place to watch than Drone Cinema. And no better time than the time it takes you to get from where you are to where we are. You'll break box office records of fun as you take a trip to Tinseltown, Movieville, USA. Action, cut, quiet on the set. Our theaters feature noise absorbing background, guaranteeing the only thing you hear is the movie. That high-pitched shuttle
Toss in a carousel ride over there.
ears here when there's nothing for your ears to hear here. So come on down and enjoy the movies where everyone's a star.
Can we put that plaza in before we draw the road? Yes, we can. So, see if we can't move that back a little bit. And move that back far enough that it no longer. No, so we're gonna have to slightly redesign this. I.e., we turn the plaza 90 degrees. So it no longer becomes a way for things to connect. Do we even have anything else? We have cafes. Drop one of these over here together with another souvenir shop. So, what are our numbers? Entertainment is high enough, we just need visitors. Why are we getting no visitors? We're so close to everything. Oh, we haven't even set in the residential area yet. I mean, it doesn't really matter. What is this costing us? $500 a week, yeah. Eventually it'll work, that's the important thing. Because, yeah, we haven't put in the residential area yet that's supposed to feed it. Oh, but these are... Yeah, that's what we wanted. You just come in here and it's like, okay, this is not the little city out in front. So that gave us exactly the effect we wanted. Yeah, now we want to turn that back on. And we don't want to completely overcrowd this. Want to make this a bit more spacious. Because we will have one or two more residential areas like here in the real city, and those we're just going to go with hardcore grids. probably have even more than just one or two. So, one there. One there. It looks like a reasonably spacious place to live. You can get some parks in there. In addition to the amusement park, which is just over here. I don't think that's going to be a huge noise issue, is it? Let's see, make sure. Surprisingly quiet. Actually, a little bit more concerned about the commercial zone. Oh, that's right. We haven't zoned this yet. And so they're also going to have their own... Oh, that's why, because that commercial zone's just not zoned at all. Okay. Then we will change that. Even though they have no specialization. Just, so to speak, for bookkeeping purposes. It doesn't even matter what is down there. So, and then this is all residential on this side. And that means we'll also set them to organic and local. But we'll definitely keep our organic and local produce sectors to a minimum. And no high-rise bands in here, of course. But standard offices along the highway, probably. So, where is the noise already particularly bad? Over here. So, first we set our specialization. Wood Hills. Yeah, exactly. It's just basically where the other commercial zone ends. Because again, this shouldn't actually be too loud. So now we're going to want some large parks. I was about to say, we can't get a park with trees in here anywhere? You're kidding, right? Yes, the game was kidding. So now we'll want the one or two of the smaller parks. Maybe not necessarily coming right off of the roundabout. Or more just a little bit on the back edge, so to speak. Well, it probably isn't a bad idea to give them a little bit extra as well. And now we'll add like some small playgrounds. 1 or 2 per neighborhood. Maybe a large one over here. Another large in there. Maybe like a dog park over here. That should really sort them as far as that goes. So now education is obviously going to be horrendous. Basically going to need an elementary school on each finger. That's really going to be the only way to reasonably play this. Space already occupied reasonably. There. That's still not optimal, I mean. But it's okay. 1 central high school. And then, of course, we need things like medical care. That we're going to drop right there. Child and elder care. I'm going to put right here off the edge of this. Oh, we need a mortuary. Someone needs to take the dead bodies out. And police. We could use a small precinct. Like in over here. But as far as police and fire go, they're actually mostly sorted. Post office. While we're at it, definitely add one. Like on the end of each. So, walking paths, if we haven't done them yet, and I don't think we have. And then soon we can zone this. Walking paths, walking paths, walking paths, thank you. Nah. That path didn't take, so we actually have to draw another one over top of it. There. That one did. Why did that not want? Did it just go in?
Saddle up in the mornings with Jimmy and the Stallion.
So.
The only morning show featuring DJ Jimmy Fries and a 4-year-old quarter horse named Clover.
This is Jimmy Fries coming to you from Studio 2. Whoa, whoa! Looks like someone's horsing around. Okay. Easy, boy.
They'll play your favorite hits, give out great prizes, and laugh their way through your commute. Jimmy and the Stallion. Stable entertainment only on Cities Radio.
Can you hear it? Listen closely. It's the sound of refreshment. Pop soda refreshment.
So, sorry if I'm not talking too much right now. I'm just concentrating a little bit on plopping these in. And yeah, of course, when the Twitch chat goes out, that doesn't make that easier. Yeah. 1 second. So, did I miss anything? No, I did not.
Here's a little something. Set the scene. Let's all share a moment of
So, and yeah, I think we are almost done in here. Yep. Now we can let people move in. What we'll do though, everything that's directly on the roundabout is just going to be an office. We don't need people stopping on the roundabout to make deliveries and stuff. So I'm very sorry about your businesses, but they were just in a bad spot. God, but this is... Traffic is actually working surprisingly well, but again, it's also not that much traffic yet. That's about to change. When hundreds of insane Sims realize how awesome this area is and say, oh, I definitely want to live there. Actually, hundreds is not going to do us much good. We do want thousands. Yeah, and they're already moving in. So this is where we finally start to not just be a very large city, but look like one too. And hopefully with more and more people in here, that amusement park will get more and more interesting, and then we'll be able to level that up soon. What bothers me the most is that we actually only have one way to get in and out here. That said, it is reasonably well engineered. So we'll just see how the traffic holds up. Do we still have despawning off? Yeah, we still have despawning disabled, so... And we're still getting 79% traffic flow, so we're doing something right. We are doing something right. So, Fawn World. Can visitors, like, not get to the gate? Is that the problem? Is there a problem here because of these nodes? Huh? That's the question. Is it a node problem or is it a... different issue? Because it could totally be a problem that's caused by this parking spot. Or by the way this parking is set up, I should say. People are using the parking, just not the amusement park. And I don't want to make it into like a cheat walkthrough here park. Do want to make it a legit amusement park. But with 0 visitors, that's obviously just never going to happen, so... See if that doesn't help. So, if nothing else, we'll do something completely new with the main gate. But these are also... That's not Elder Care. Already up to level 3. Again, no limits on building height over in here. I actually thought these would be a little bit higher, to be honest. We've got a lot of abandonment, a lot of things just not going our way yet. Get rid of the parking lot for the time being. Let's see if that doesn't help. Or rather, if drawing in a proper new road doesn't help. Obviously, we're going to get a traffic light here. We've probably got a huge amount of traffic lights over in the residential area that I didn't even think about yet. Amusement park fence. Seriously, distance is too short? That's what you're gonna go with? Maybe an amusement park is just something nobody here actually cares about. But our residential is coming in nicely. We're up to 232,000 people. And when this residential's filled, we'll probably actually be reasonably close to halfway done. As far as our target of 500,000 people goes, that doesn't mean we're going to stop at 500,000 people. So my goal is to do at least like a 1-year build. So like it's going to be at least, what is that, 365, 366 episodes. So we're really just at the very beginning of this. And that's why I'm in a lot of places I'm not going too nuts with beautification, because a lot of things are still going to be changed. They're going to be replaced with Steam assets, things like that. Let's let a quick cinematic run. Just see if it doesn't show us anything that we badly and sorely missed. Like, for example, that there are just not enough trees all around. That looks like our ore industry area. Oh, sorry about that. I think our industries overall should be doing pretty well now. Wonderful, an empty highway. Please, show us more. A lot of traffic lights in there, but it's a residential area. Shouldn't be too much of a problem still. Something we're going to want to knock out eventually. when we get around to it. Lots of people running around there. Those are our new stations. Oh, that really fits nicely into the height as well. Residential area could do with some dedicated turning lanes, apparently. That's not gumming up too bad over there on the left, I don't think. Let's see what our overall traffic looks like. 75%. And if we want to improve it, we literally probably all we will ever have to do right now is turn off despawning. But we're actually going to leave despawning. I mean turn on despawning. We're actually still going to leave despawning off though. Because I would like to see if it gets like super gummy anywhere. What's the story here with passengers? 287 people came in last week. What's the story with our train lines exactly? And we can check our metro lines as well while we're at it. 687 passengers in 5 vehicles? Something tells me that may not be enough vehicles. Should be pretty much just barely enough. Might want to add a 6th. In fact, we'll add a 7th because there is match day. It shouldn't actually. Whoa! On the other hand, on the other side though, we're actually going to want to go up to triple vehicle count. Wow! So, let's check our metro lines while we're at it. A lot of these are running empty. I think we can come down to say 8. So then the Oriental Coast counterclockwise. They could actually go up to 6. And Metro Line 3, which one is that? Oh yeah, that's that little shunt line we have in there. What the?
If
3,500 people. Oh yeah. This is like they're hiding from the zombie apocalypse down there. So yeah, we need to do a little bit more for public transportation than we already have. But we're on our way there. I think first thing we're going to want to do is actually take this metro line in here. And here we do want snapping and everything. Extend that up. We want to put one near here, but we also have to come up near here. So in fact, what we're going to do, we're going to come through here. And our next stop is going to go somewhere in here. I'm thinking right here might work nice. Yeah, perfect. Right next to the side gate of the amusement park as well. So do we want one somewhere in here? We could put a small commercial nook in here and put the metro station in here. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Because a metro station, how loud are these? Noise pollution 50. So we'll want it basically as close to the center as it can get, and we may expand the commercial a little bit. You know what? That's actually unnecessary. So close to the other two stations. There's really no point in having it. So, but what that means is we can now take our metro line. Drag and drop that stop up to there. Add a stop there. Give them their stops back. And we now have some... Yeah, and this metro now actually connects that train station over to here. I think we'll cycle around and come through here then. Of course, we're getting a lot of not enough workers complaints because the residential area here just isn't coming in fast enough. I kind of doubt that it's even possible for it to come in fast enough, so to speak. Toss out this commercial again. Get rid of the traffic lights on the roundabout, of course. Exactly, let's go on traffic light patrol. Yeah, that should be all the relevant lights removed. Even up here, yeah. Oh, that's right, and that because of that, they're actually even well connected to the university, because I think the university was the first one that got one of those lines. Am I right? Am I right? Does that go to the university? No, it doesn't. Well, actually it does. It goes over here to the stadium side of the university, so that means that they're going to have reasonable access to our university as well. 10,000 students. Oh my god, this thing is earning us $200,000 a week. That said, it's actually at capacity. Well, almost at capacity. We can fit another 1,000 students in there. So another 20,000 bucks. Is this finally alive? Yes! We're finally getting visitors. I get a feeling the metro line may have had something to do with that. So exactly, let's go in and add our turning lanes everywhere. And overall traffic is still in the high 70s though. We are, however, now really starting to get some places where it's really gumming up. So, yeah, we'll turn despawning back on. That'll probably instantly push us back into the 80s. Yeah, already up to 80% again. Disconnection is a problem. Not a massive problem. The problem is actually people coming from here trying to get in there. So we may turn this section into a one-way road. In fact, that actually sounds like a great idea. So 6-lane one-way. I knew that was going to fail. There. Obviously that means we have to go on this entire road and do our turning lanes and probably even our traffic lights again. Yep. Of course we got traffic lights. Why would we not get traffic lights? There were apparently still lights on there anyway. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, that there's one under there. So, but that should now also be sorted. Yep, that looks to be working much better now. Not backing up too much. I don't think we need to let them flow through, but we may wind up having to create a bridge. Did we never set our merging lanes here, or what's going on? That's exactly what happened. We never set our merging lanes. Ah, it's because of that extra lane for turning around, so we'll pop that up to 4. And now they should be less annoyed and just pump through. In fact, we'll pop this up to 4 as well. Although that might make them have to switch a little bit too far. Keep an eye on it. It really is backing up a little bit, isn't it? But I think once they figure it out, it shouldn't be so bad anymore. And yeah, I appear to be correct. Problem right now is just that they're getting in their way here.
Lock eyes with the lemur. Shake hands with the turtle. At the city zoo, you can experience the wild in our wildest exhibition yet.
But yeah, this will
Come down
just
this weekend to meet our new
loosen up
exhibition.
further and further back, and then
Named Barbara. She'll hook you with
all
her
of this will eventually go away.
Her toes used to grasp trees in the wild. After that, take a gander at another new species. A new type of bird previously identified as a different type of bird due to a zoological error. Fun for the whole family.
Because that's actually, as dumb as it sounds, a bit of a problem with the dynamic lane switching. When things get a bit gummy, it can sometimes actually cause things to get even worse.
Painted to look like home. The city zoo.
You know what I think was also part of the problem? These nodes are just so close together.
Does it feel like to steer a river? What does it smell like to smell a mountain? At Jubilee, we're committed to letting you do
That
the
looks...
impossible. And now we've succeeded in letting you drive the undrivable. The Jubilee.
You've got them flowing through, yeah, because they're trying to switch lanes for some reason.
Drive one today and experience what scientists
That'll go down.
claimed was beyond the realm
What's the story over here?
Jubilee. Be reasonable.
They're coming in, and yeah, some of them are going completely nuts. So, excellent. We shouldn't have problems with workers or customers
Positive mindset is one of the most powerful tools we have
relatively soon.
days. Even if things aren't going your way, focus on the bright side. Send good vibes into the
And what's the story on Fawn World?
I know it can be tough on days when you're feeling down
Still need
and experience.
more visitors.
If you need a helping hand to get started,
You know what? This is just going to be our main park. Exactly. Even more fun. Advertisement campaign. Why not? 20% more visitors. And we'll add on night tours. See if that doesn't get this running. Because then we can actually start putting in some actual attractions like Ferris wheels and roller coasters. We just don't have access to those yet. I'm almost scared to look what's happening on the metro lines. That still actually looks relatively humane. Surprisingly non-psychotic. And over here, yeah, people are finally starting to be able to come out. Well, that piece of fence is unnecessary. I'd still kind of like to put a parking lot in here, but then again, maybe it's actually for the better. But you know what we'll actually do? We'll pull this back a little bit. So we can just draw a normal fence. Just a little straight piece of fence, period. I think that it did actually help. And it is earning money already, so... Oh, that's right, we don't have any park maintenance buildings out over here. That's, of course, something we could definitely add. Like, maybe just as dumb as it sounds, like right on the other side of the street or so. Or somewhere here in the commercial zone. Because I don't think we have park maintenance anywhere now that I think about it. Oh yeah, we do. We have one park maintenance building. It's a little bit too few. See if we can't get another one in here somewhere. No, I think we're going to have to live with them having normal, quote-unquote, quality parks over there, unless another academic year report. We can probably actually start turning those off. Park maintenance services aren't loud, are they? No, they're not. No noise pollution, no water pollution, so we'll just put that right in there. That'll help our main city out significantly. And we'll see if we can maybe get another one somewhere in a commercial zone. Ah, we now have rotating teacups and the piggy train, so the amusement park is getting better, getting bigger, getting stronger. Is that commercial? Oh no, that's residential, so kind of precludes the whole idea. That was a fail. No, not a high school. Park maintenance. Yeah, it's not gonna fit in here. Any realistic capacity. Nowhere to fit it in here either. That said, it's really only kind of like the area around Central Park that's having a major issue. Well, you know, that should improve it at least somewhat. And maybe we can make space for it. In here somewhere, yeah. Keep grabbing the wrong thing. Yeah, that road also has to go. So that should keep our parks running better. So now, let's see what exactly we get as far as new goodies go. We get the carousel we already had. We get the piggy train and the rotating teacups. The rotating teacups are quite small. We can just add one of those right here. Add a piggy train right on the other side of the road. Interesting topography in some places, this amusement park, but is that already enough? Oh yeah, that's already easily enough for the next level. Didn't even have to add those. Yeah, sure. 1 second. Although, I'd say about a third of them, if not half of them, are actually things that I very rarely actually use. But, of course, Traffic Manager, Move It, Watch It, Show It. Road Anarchy. The Roundabout Builder's fun, but not really necessary. Network Extensions just gives you extra roads. I don't like power lines, so I use the Electric Roads mod. Again, just more building mods. Building themes is so you can set single districts to whatever visual you want. Loading screen mod shows you some loading options. Ragnarok is for natural disasters. Less steam loads the build, the game a bit faster. The automatic pedestrian bridge builder is kind of fun, but yeah, it can also lead to some hilarity. Let's see if we can find something in our original city. So this, for example, was done with the automatic bridge builder. Actually, all of this was. And so sometimes it gets a bit avant-garde-ish, but yeah, we're just leaving it in. It's not a bug, it's a feature. Where were we? Unlimited trees mod, self-explanatory. 81 tiles, also self-explanatory. Life cycle rebalance is nice because it avoids death waves. Achieve it is just so you can still get achievements. Prop line tool, I think I actually need to turn that off. That's so you can draw actual lines of like trees and things. This gives you a bit less outside traffic, the optimized outside connections. Find it, first person camera, eye candy. These are all visual mods. Surface painter is so we can choose our texture. Picker is so you can just click on something and it automatically selects whatever that is. The Parkify lets us put our park buildings anywhere, so we don't actually have to build a park if we don't want to. RM crossings, I think that it deactivates unused rail lines when using Traffic Manager, and this is for our industry transfer, the more effective transfer mods. As far as assets go, we haven't actually started using that many, to be honest. Mostly just train stations right now, but that's also going to change eventually, of course. And that's actually not even a bad spot to stop on. Yeah, no problem, man. If you have questions, just ask. I mean, that's kind of the whole point of Twitch streams and things like that to a certain extent. Yeah, we need 2,500 people, so that's obviously not going to finish today. But this is slowly all starting to come in. And I think when you then start to look at it from over here, that's when it really, when the plan now really starts to become clear. You've got these relatively small buildings over here, and then yeah, there's that one, and then what the hell is that back there? Especially these IT buildings. These are just really nice when you want to get the skyline up really high. And in fact, that's right. We can, since they're now firmly established on the roundabout, we can actually give them the rest of their zoning as well. More jobs, more reasons for people to move in, more complaints about not enough workers, obviously, as well. So let's just finish drawing this in. What's really nice is that our tourism industry, tourism is really just, that seems to be popping along just fine. I usually have a bit of problems with tourism, but this seems to be almost ideally placed and right next to Central Station. Not exactly surprising, but all of that said, we are once again out of time for this episode. So if you've liked what you've seen, feel free to follow on Twitch or to like and subscribe on YouTube. And as usual, you guys have been great. I've been Zerb. And yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. Cheers.